Sonia Saraiya. I'm 26 and I live in Crown Heights, Brooklyn. Okay. It is harder to be in your 20s now more than ever. Like, I think we need to start there. Like, yes, we have iPods and like we have computers and we have YouTube, but we also are really facing a world where we don't have job security in the same way, and the baby boomers really didn't live in that world, and they're apparently still the ones still driving this dialogue. Even when I like applied to things I was like very well qualified for, it was very hard to get a salaried job, and it was really strange because we had sort of all assumed, like, you know, when you've graduated from a good school, you've beat the odds so many times, and like we knew that the employment rate was high, the unemployment rate was high, but like we were the ones that beat the odds. Like, it's not supposed to apply to you. So immediately after graduation, I worked on my boyfriend at the time's organic vegetable farm. It wasn't his, I mean, it was his family's, in Virginia. And that was interesting. Yeah, but it was like a weird time for me, you know? Like, I just didn't have any like direction, and it was so weird it was just so scary to not have a direction, like so terrifying. So then in May I moved home, and by that point Mitch and I got my back together, of course, and then I was at home for a while. Then I moved up to, fuck, this is so embarrassing. Then I moved up to Boston for a while. And then I moved back home for a while, and then I moved back up to Boston for a while, and then that was like, then I like stayed in Boston for like 8 months, and then I moved here. So that was when like there was definitely a period of time where I just like didn't know what I was doing with myself. I like kept driving my car up and down the East Coast. I came to New York with the idea of I was going to be a writer, and I started working for a company, and I ended up doing a lot of writing for the company too, because that turns out is one of the few things I'm like actually good at. And then in April, I decided that there was just so much stuff that I like wanted to write about, and it was beyond the scope of the corporation I was working for. So I was like, all right, let's try this freelancing thing, which is totally scary, by the way, and I can't afford it right now. Like, I mean, I literally cannot afford it right now. I'm in debt to my parents perpetually and always. But my dad said something really interesting on the phone a couple of days ago, to my sister actually, but he was like, Tanya, you have to tell this to Sonia too. I was like, okay. Which was, I want you both to know that whenever you're not doing something that makes you happy, you're hurting my feelings. The reason I want to work on this book right now, and the reason I sort of just started working on it right now, is I was like, I want to get an agent, I need to get representation. Like, I don't want to be privileged forever, you know. I want to have worked for it.